This is your basic gray alien. Use this because it's basic and have information on it, not because it's any more realist than the others. And there are quite a few others. Here's an Area 51 gray. It looks like a puppet to me. This is the Communion gray. Here's another gray alien with some weird ear thing going on. Here's the autopsy gray. It struck me that it has pointed ears. Pointed ears are one thing, but the way they did it doesn't work biologically. Screams hoax to me. Here's another gray alien. I'm struck by the length of his neck and the folds of skin on his chest. It looks like he's wearing a t-shirt. This is an albino version of the first alien. Looks like a costume to me. Now we're back to this one. Actually, I've always thought the nostrils were too large. I've never seen an alien or UFO, that I remember at least, but it just seems to make more sense biologically. As I said, this is your basic gray alien. It's bipedal, has 2 arms, 2 legs, and 1 head. It's about 3.5 feet tall, about the same basic shape as a human. People talk about their heads being huge, but I notice that their heads and our heads are exactly the same size. Theirs is a bit wider, but that's about it. The idea of larger heads means larger brains, which means more intelligence, is called anthropometry. The idea pops up every now and then, and is disproven shortly afterwards. These pictures were of the Nazis when they were trying to prove German superiority. Anthropometry will probably pop up in history again, but hopefully people these days will be wiser to its failing. Hopefully. Now this is a normal curve, bell curve. It measures the head circumference in a group of people. Here's the same curve for another group of people. They're almost identical. While anthropometry tries to prove these two things, it also gives us this, which was problematic with the Nazis. And the truth of the matter is that it doesn't matter the size of brain tissue. It matters how connected each brain cell is to other brain cells. I'll get more to that later. This is a wireframe depiction of a gray alien. It only has one view in one direction. It appears that the neck is going through the bottom of the head, but I need a side view to be sure. This is why it's important. The necks of animals that usually walk on all fours come in through the back of their heads. The necks of animals that walk on all fours and walk bipedally come in through an angle. The necks of animals that walk exclusively bipedally come in through the bottom. The theory is that the sun's heat hits the back of the animal as it walks on all fours, slowing the growth of their brains. Now, this doesn't affect their intelligence. As I said earlier, it doesn't matter the size of the brain tissue. It matters how connected each brain cell is to the other brain cells. The gorilla, the chimpanzee, and of course the human are all sentient creatures. That means their intelligence is so high they become conscious. Now we're back to this guy. Big head, big black eyes, shiny gray skin, small mouth, no lips, not much of a nose, Now look at this ant. Or this grasshopper. How about this cricket? Black-headed mouse, the fact that it has big black eyes too. Now a bee. And now a cockroach. Size are longer and go around his antenna. It almost looks like someone didn't want to make his head get larger and squeezed his eyes around his head best they could. And now we're back to the sky. Does anything look familiar to you? This may seem overly simple, but I found this in multiple categories. This is the first of 5 parts.